Hello everyone and welcome you all to another chapter of CapCut semi-advanced tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 10 and here I'll be making a YouTube thumbnail for a video. Okay, so we'll be learning how you will be able to make a YouTube thumbnail for your video here in this particular chapter in detail. So let's not waste time and let's get started. So over here, as you guys can see, now I'm again here in the home page of the CapCut. So let's create a new project from here, okay? And it will give me this particular interface. And now let's try to import some videos, okay? So let me tell you that here in this class, we would be learning how to make a video, okay? For me, just now, I will take this video and from here, I will just take one of their screens, which I want to put it in my thumbnail, okay? I will just show you how to make that cover here, okay? So now let me come here, let me click on import. So how to make a YouTube thumbnail, we'll be learning about that in the next class, not in this particular chapter, okay? So let's come here, let's take this video. Let's come here, let's click on control and let's try to select the other videos. This is number 2 and let's come here, let's take this one. And lastly, I will come here and let me take this particular video. Okay, so I will just open up all of these 4 videos over here. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to place all of these videos accordingly, okay? So I'll just place this one quite over here, okay? So as you guys can see, now I do have already put all of this video right over here, okay? So as you guys can see, now I do have this whole video right over here, okay? So now as you guys can see, I do have all these 4 videos and it's around 2 minutes and 3 seconds, okay? So now individually I'm going to cut. Let's select this video, and if you want to see how long this video is actually, you guys can come here and maybe just right click, and from here if you want to edit this thing, okay, you guys can actually edit. If you want to play it in reverse, you guys can do that. So now let's come here, let's just decrease the timing to around 4 seconds. Let's come here as well, let's try to put this one as 4 or 5 seconds as well. Let's come here and let's just put this one quite over here, okay? Let's go with 23 seconds. And now after selecting all of this, what you can do is you guys can come here and click on zoom to fit timeline, okay? So over here, basically I will be able to see that how long I want my video to be. Let's select for the first video. I will just increase the size of my first video to 5 seconds, okay? So let's come here, let's manage this 5 second and let's select this video, and over here I want this particular video to be at 10 exact second, okay? So I will come here and I will just put it on 10 seconds. Let's come to this video and this one as well, I'll just try to put it on exact 15 seconds. And the last one over here, I will just try to put this video exactly around 20 seconds mark, okay? So over here, you guys can see I do have this 20-second mark over here. So from here, if you want me to choose this ratio, now I am going to create a YouTube video, okay? So for that 4:3 size is actually fine. Otherwise, if you want to create a 16:9, that size is also correct, okay? So you guys can come here and let me just check all these frames, or the frames looking good or not, okay? So yeah, all this frame looks good. So from here, what I need to do is I need to import one of this frame from here to create my cover, okay? So for that, to take one frame, I need to do is first come here in this clip, and what you can do is right click over here and from here click on export free frame, okay? Then go to export option, let's go to desktop and let's click here on resources. Let me just paste it right over here itself. So I will just come here, I'll just select this folder and I want to actually import this here in the project as well. So I will just on this part out, okay? So if I just on this one out, my this particular image or this PNG file will be exported here in this import project media as well. Okay, so I'll just click on export. Okay, so this still frame is being exported. Okay, so now let's come here. Let's take my playhead maybe over here, and now again click on this icon, and now I will again select the part where do I want to save it. Okay, so let's go to this part itself. Okay, let's come here, let's go to resource, and I will just select this folder, click on export. Okay, so I'll just export it from here as well. Let's come to this one. Okay, let's take my playhead over here, and now again this 3-line icon, export still frame, select the folder. Okay, and now go to desktop, select this folder, click on select folder, click on export. And once I'm done, lastly what I'll do is I will come here, take my playhead, and from this playhead what I'm going to do is click on this 3 icon, export still frame. From here let's click on this folder item, and from here let's click on desktop, let's go to resource file, let's select folder, and I will just export this particular frame as well. Okay, so now I do have these 4 frames which I will use in my cover. Okay, so here I do have the video, so I will name my video or the thumbnail as 4 places or 4 places to visit this summer. Okay, so I will just save my thumbnail as that. And in CapCut, they do call the thumbnail as cover. Okay, so now if you want to create a cover for yourself, here just beside your video panel in the timeline, you do have this cover option. Okay, so you guys can click to edit cover, and here you guys can see now you do have this option. Okay, suppose if you already if you don't want to work here, okay, you don't want to animate that, and what you want to do is instead you want to come here and you want to select from video. Okay, so in that case you guys can use your playhead, and wherever you want to take or wherever thumbnail you want to put, you guys can put it from here. And suppose you do have already created the thumbnail using any other software like maybe Canva or Photoshop, Illustrator, you guys have actually made, and you have saved that file, then you guys can come here into this local option, and from here basically you guys will be able to add it from your PC or your system in which you're working on. Okay, and suppose on top of this one only you want to edit. Okay, you want to take this frame and you want to edit this frame. That also you guys will be able to do by clicking on edit. But for me, what I want to do is I want to create a new cover. Okay, so once I click on new cover, it will basically give me a blank frame quite like this over here. Okay, so now here you guys can see I do have different presets which I can actually choose from. I can also search from here. Okay, if I want to see more recommendations, I can actually search from here. Now I will directly go on to this file. Okay, so I will go on to this design file option. Okay, so from here, if you want to take any color which you want to put over here, you guys can actually put on different colors over here as well. Okay, so now let me come here, let me go to this frame option, and suppose I want to take up this frame. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will come here, and now I will just take out this frame. Okay, so now let me just increase the size, okay, of these frames. And if you want to decrease the size individually, okay, you guys will be able to do it from here as well. And once I've taken this particular frame, let me just align it over here in the center. Let's click on Alt, and what you can do is you guys can come here and you guys can basically duplicate this one. Okay, so let's click on Alt, and now let's place it over here. And what I can also do is I can just join this one, and maybe click on Alt again, and let's join this part over here again, and let's click on Alt. As I do have 4 videos, I will just join this part over here again. Okay, so let's select all of it. Okay, and suppose now if I do want to move it over here onto this side, Okay, so I'll be able to move this one over here. So now let's select this one. If you do want to move it here, you guys can actually move this thing. And now using shift, what I'll do is I will try to first select all of it. Okay, so I'll just select all this thing, and now let's just decrease the size. Okay, so I'll just decrease the size, and what I'm going to do is I am going to click right over here, and I will try to place it somewhere here in the center. Okay, so I'll just try to keep it somewhere here in the center. And if I want to take any background color, okay, I can basically take different kind of background color from here as well. Okay, so you guys can choose what color to take. Okay, so you guys will be able to select different kind of background color from here as well. Okay, so before that, I will just put no colors, otherwise let's put a white background. So now let's see if you do want to add image. Okay, so if you want to select the image from video, you guys can come here and you guys can add it from the video itself. Okay, so let's come here, and suppose I want to take this part, and let's click on save. And here you guys can see now I will do have this particular frame. And let's come to this option, and over here also let's add picture. And if you want to select from computer, I'll also show you guys this option. You guys can come here, go to image. Okay, so if you just double click, or I do have saved it outside. So let's come here, let's go down. Okay, let's try to view it in a large icons. Okay, so I'll try to view it in a large icon. And from here, let's just select this one. Okay, and I will just open this thing up. Okay, and again, what I'm going to do is I am going to just double click over here, and I can just adjust its positioning, like where do I want to see my image. Okay, so I'll just adjust this over here, and I'll just click on this plus icon. Okay, or this tick icon. So once I'm done, I will come here onto this part. Let's select add image, select from video. And now what you can do is you can just come here and over here, click onto the save icon. Okay, and that particular image will be saved. Okay, so double click. And again, what you can do is you can just place it right over here. And you can just click on this tick mark option. Okay, so now once you have applied this one, come to this last one. So let's just try to place it here in the center. Okay, let's click on this plus icon. Let's put it up over here. Let's click on add image, and let's go to select from video. Let's select this one, and let's click on save option. Okay, so here I do have saved this particular part. And suppose now what I want to do is I want to give this one this kind of view. Okay, so let me just give this one a view quite like this. Click on this icon, and it will be applied over here accordingly. Okay, so this is basically the frames and the images which I do have over here. Okay, and directly also, if you want to take some collages, you guys can basically take some collages from here as well to use. Okay, and now from stickers, you guys will be able to search for different stickers. Okay, so if I just type YouTube, okay, and if I just click on enter, here you guys can see I do have this YouTube icon which I can basically use. Okay, so let me just place it right over here. And now what I want to do is let's just select this part, and let's just decrease the size a little bit. And let's try to move it up here in one corner. Okay, so let's just move it up here in one corner. And if you do want to decrease the size a little bit, you guys can come here and decrease the size accordingly. So let's come here and let's just place this one right over here as well. And if you want to select this, you guys can come here and select the opacity. And if you want to give some fill colors, okay, you can just fill different kind of colors from here as well. Okay, so you guys can come here down and you guys can just view all of it. So let me just give this one up a red color. Okay, so you guys can actually save this particular color from here. Otherwise, you guys can also upload different icons. Okay, so instead of putting this one, I will come here and I will just click on the delete icon from my keyboard. And let's give this one a black background. Okay, so if you want to give this one up a black background, this is how it's going to look. Okay, so I will just come here and I'll just click on this cancel icon. And after that, suppose you want to take some shapes. Okay, so over here, now what I'm going to do is I am going to take up a shape. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and place this shape over here on top. Okay, so come here and just increase the length of this particular shape. And from here, now what I can do is I can just write my thing around. Okay, so from here, what I can type is 10 best beaches to visit. Okay, so from here, now I will just take my text, and from here also, if I want to choose from these options, okay, if I want to choose down from my presets, I will be able to choose it from my presets as well. Okay, so now let's take this one. Let's go with this holiday icon and let's just place it over here on top. And now what I'll do is I will come here and I will just type 10 beaches to visit. Okay, so I will just come here. Let's go a bit back. Let's use caps for all. Okay, so I'll just write or 4 beaches, right? I do have only 4 images. 4 beaches to visit this summer. Okay, so I will just type things like that. And now what I can do is I can come here and I can just increase the size quite like this. And if you do want to also decrease the font size, you guys can come here and you guys can actually decrease the font size from here as well. Okay, let's come here. Let's decrease the size a bit. Okay, and now let's come to this option. And from here, if you do want me to place it here in the center, you guys can basically place it right over here in the center as well. Okay, so now once you are done with this particular part, what you can do is you guys can come here and you guys can actually put on different stickers. Okay, so now I will come here onto stickers option, and from here I will type beach. Okay, so I will just type beach and I will get few of the options over here, okay, which you can basically use. So I can come down. Okay, I can just come down over here. Okay, and here you guys can just look all of these things around. Okay, so if you come over here, okay, you guys can just place these things around over here as well. Okay, so now what I can do is I can just take this sticker and I can just place this thing accordingly. Okay, so I'll just come here and I will just try to place this one over here in one side. Okay, so I'll just place this thing here in one side. Okay, so let's come here and let's just decrease the size a little bit. So let's decrease the size from here one corner. Okay, and what I can do is I can just place this one over here. Okay, so now once I have placed this thing, again what I can do is click on this one, click on this sign over here called duplicate. So I have just duplicated this layer, and again what I'll do is I will just place this duplicate layer from here as well. Okay, so I will just place it right over here as well. Okay, so this part is basically done, and now what I need to do is I need to actually select the top part. Okay, so here under stickers, if I type for subscribe, okay, so let me just subscribe and let's click on enter. Okay, here I don't have much option round over here. Okay, so for that I need to come here and let's go to this Chrome. Okay, let's go to my Google option from here. Let's just increase the size. Let's take a new tab. Let's go to Google. Okay, and from here let's type for PNG wing. Okay, so this is a great software from where you guys will be able to get different type of PNGs. Okay, so from here, if I do want a YouTube icon, I will click on YouTube and I will click on enter, and over here they will give me different kind of PNG of YouTube. Okay, so here you guys can see I will just take this one, and now I will just download this one over into my frame, and I'll just upload all those things accordingly. So I'll come here and it's loading, and let's come down. Okay, let's come down, let's click on download this PNG. Okay, and it should get downloaded accordingly. Okay, so this should get downloaded, and over here let's come and let's type for subscribe. Okay, so I will just click on subscribe and I'll just click on enter. Okay, so let's see what all option they do give me over here for subscribe. Okay, so here you guys can see I do have this subscribe option with that bell icon. Okay, so what I can do is I can just take this one and I will just download this one over here as well. Okay, so you can also resize if you want. Okay, so I will just click on to this download this PNG. Okay, so here now this file will get downloaded accordingly. Okay, let's come here, and here also they're showing that it will just start downloading. So as over here, I also have downloaded this particular PNG. Okay, so what I'll do is I will just come right over here again, and from here let's come to this uploads option. Okay, so now once I'm over here into the uploads option, so what I can do is I can just come here onto this project panel. Okay, and I can just upload it from here. Okay, so I will just click onto this icon, and from here what I'll do is I will just go to downloads, and with control I will select both of it and I will just open this thing up. Okay, so here as you guys can see I will just select this one. Okay, so I will take this one first, and again what I'll do is I will just click onto this icon and let's select this one and let's open this file over here as well. Okay, so once I have applied, I will come here and maybe bring this one onto this frame. Let's say I will come here and I will just decrease the size proportionally. Okay, so I will just click Ctrl Z, and now let's try to decrease the size properly. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put this thing quite over here. Okay, I am going to put this one quite properly. So I will just check the alignment nicely over here. And now what I can also do is I can just come over here and I can just take this particular icon as well. Okay, so I will just take out this particular icon, and now I am going to decrease the size from here as well. Okay, so let's just decrease the size from here, and what you can do is you guys can just put this thing right over here. Okay, so maybe I'll just place this one again here in the center. Okay, so this is how it looks. Okay, otherwise if you do want to decrease the size, you guys can also come here and decrease the size accordingly. So I can come here and maybe I will just put this thing in one side. Okay, so let's come here and let's try to put this one over here in one side. Okay, so I'll just try to put this thing here in one side. Okay, and this is how I will just try to keep this one. Okay, let's come here, and from here as well let's just decrease the size a little bit. Otherwise if you want to increase the size, you guys can actually increase the size from this corner and also this corner as well. Okay, and I will come here, click on shift. Okay, so let's come here, click on shift, and according to that you guys can just decrease the size. So now let's just try to put it here in one corner. So yeah, this looks good. Okay, so once I am done over here, again what I can do is I can just take this particular text box. Okay, so let's come here onto this text option. So let's come here, let's just delete this part. Okay, let's delete this page, and yeah, I will want to close all. So let's come here, and from here let's try to take a text box. Okay, and now once I have selected this particular text box, from here, what I can do is I can come here, and here you guys can see I do have all of these options. So from here, the next thing what I'll do is I can just select the type of font I want to choose. Okay, so I will just take this particular font, and also I am going to change the font color. Okay, so come here, click on this option. Okay, so let's select this option and let's go with some white color. Okay, so I will just select the white color over here. Okay, let's come here, just click on backspace. Okay, so I will just come here, let's just come to this particular box and let's click on backspace. Let's select this particular part, and from here, now what I'm going to do is I am going to write ABC channel. Okay, so I will just write ABC channel over here, and once I'm done, okay, what I can do is I can just click here outside. Okay, and I will just click on this option, and if I do want to decrease the size, I can actually decrease the size quite like this. Okay, so I'll just decrease the size quite like this. If you want me to select all of this text, I will just select the text, go to this basic text option, select the text color, and from here I will just go with this particular color, and I will just click over here. And now what I can do is let's go to this option, and now let's try to put this one here in alignment. Let's take only this one and let's try to move it up right over here. Okay, so I will just move this thing up right over here, and let's decrease the size quite like this, and let me just place this over here as well. Okay, so I'll just place this thing over here as well. Okay, so this is how it's going to look like. Okay, your YouTube thumbnail. So this is the thumbnail which I do have created right now. Okay, and over here, if you want to show rulers, you guys can actually show rulers while working. If you want to show margins, you guys can do that. And also over here, you will be able to see the print blends. Okay, so this is the one which I have just created right now for my video. And once you're done, what you can do is you guys can come here and click on to save option. Okay, so here this particular thumbnail over here is basically saved. Okay, so here you guys can see I do have this thumbnail right over here. So I hope to see you all in the next class where we'll be learning more about this CapCut. So I hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.